What have you done?
What you couldn't.
Did you send him?
So, Surface Season 2 just wrapped up, and let me tell you, what a wild, mind-bending finale. Twists, betrayals, secret identities, murder cover-ups. It had it all. But if you've watched the final episode and you're still scratching your head about what just happened, especially around Sophie's real identity, who actually killed Emma, and what the ending means for a potential Season 3, you're definitely not alone. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. With all these questions and my super spoiling abilities, let's break it all down.
Eliza always thought it was about her, but it was nothing to do with her.
Sophie has multiple identities. Let's start with Sophie, since she's been the central mystery since Season 1. If you remember, Season 1 was all about Sophie trying to figure out who she really is after a failed suicide attempt left her with memory loss. But Season 2 goes deeper. This time, she heads to England to uncover the truth about her mother, Emma, and ends up unearthing a whole new layer of secrets about herself. Turns out, Sophie isn't just Sophie. Her real name is Tess Caldwell, and she's the daughter of Henry Huntley, the black sheep of the extremely wealthy and powerful Huntley family. She was literally born into the secrets she's been trying to uncover. What makes it even messier is that after Emma's death, the Huntleys decided to erase all traces of Tess's connection to their family. So she was placed in an orphanage, grew up completely unaware of her heritage, and eventually took on the identity of Sophie. Now, if that isn't enough of a twist, there's more. After Sophie turns herself in to the police at the end of the season, the detectives reveal that she has multiple identities. She's wanted in multiple places, and she has no idea why. Imagine thinking you're solving one mystery and then discovering that you yourself are the bigger mystery. That moment is key because it sets up the idea that Sophie's past might be even darker and more complicated than we've seen so far. Like, what else is she hiding from herself?
Ran us down. You killed that man in self-defense. We can explain.
What happened to James? Okay, let's talk about the relationship drama for a second, specifically Sophie and James. Their dynamic has been rocky since Season 1. He was shady, then sort of redeemed himself, then got pulled back into Sophie's drama when she showed up in England. At first, it looked like they might finally come back together. James was helping her, sticking by her side through all the Huntley madness, and even killed a man to protect her. But big but, he doesn't turn himself in. When Sophie hands herself over to the police, James vanishes. He's on the run, and their already fragile relationship is left in limbo. She literally walks away from him at the airport. Does he leave? Does he stay to help her in secret? We don't know. That open-ended moment leaves a thread dangling, one that could totally be picked up in Season 3.
Was that anything to do with us?
There was an accident last night.
Henry's breaking point, why he killed his father. Now let's rewind a bit and talk about Emma's death, because that's the core mystery Sophie has been chasing all season. For a long time, she believes her father, Henry, killed Emma to protect the Huntley family's secrets, but that's not what happened. The truth is way more tragic. Back when Sophie was still a child, she and Emma went to the Huntley estate in the middle of the night. Olivia Huntley, Eliza's mother, ended up shooting Emma, thinking she was an intruder. It was an accident, technically, but the fallout is anything but accidental. Instead of coming clean, the Huntleys swept it all under the rug, buried the truth, and moved on like nothing happened. And that silence is what really defines the Huntleys. It's not just the lies. They live in denial. They're the type of family that will destroy evidence, erase people's identities, and even commit murder to keep their image pristine. Which brings us to Henry, Sophie's father. His arc in the finale is brutal. After finding out that his father, William Huntley, was the one who decided to send Sophie away and erase her from their lives, he finally snaps. At Quinn and Grace's wedding, Henry confronts his father, and after years of pain, shame, and silence, he smothers William with a pillow. Yep, he murders him. It's a full circle moment. Henry spent his life trying to avoid becoming like his father, but in the end, he ends up killing him. The same legacy of secrets and manipulation that William passed down ends up corrupting Henry completely. It's tragic, but also kind of inevitable. So with William dead and Sophie in police custody, where does that leave us for Season 3?
That woman was someone's mother too.
I chose you.
What Season 3 could explore. There are so many unanswered questions. First off, what's the deal with Sophie's multiple identities? Who else has she been? Is it tied to the secret work she might have done before losing her memory in season 1? Are there more families or crimes involved that we haven't seen yet? Then there's Henry. He just committed murder. Is he going to get away with it? Is anyone going to find out what he did to his father? Right now, no one knows. But Eliza, now that she knows the truth about Emma, might decide to expose everything. And if she does, the entire Huntley empire could crumble. Also, let's not forget Callum Walsh, the journalist who was working with Sophie. He got arrested after the altercation with Quinn's men and is being pinned for a murder he didn't commit. Will he try to cut a deal? Could he turn against Sophie to save himself? And, of course, James. We don't know where he is. Is he really gone? Or is he watching from a distance, waiting to protect Sophie again when she needs him most? His unresolved status adds another layer of tension going into a potential season 3. Now let's be real. Season 2 tied up a lot of the show's major mysteries. We finally know how Emma died. We know who Sophie really is, or at least we think we do. And the Huntley family's dirty laundry is mostly out in the open, but the ending made it very clear. There's more to come. There's an entire unexplored side of Sophie's past that hasn't been addressed. The fact that she's got multiple aliases, that's not a small detail. It's the kind of revelation that can completely reframe everything we thought we knew. Were those other identities a result of her running from something, working for someone? Or could she even have been involved in things she doesn't remember and doesn't want to? Whatever the case, season 3 would need to dig into Sophie's missing years and figure out who she really is, not just as Tess or Sophie, but whoever she became during the time she's forgotten.
Yes, of course it matters. That night changed everything. Once I crossed that line.
Our nerdy thoughts. Sophie finds out she's actually Tess Caldwell, Henry Huntley's daughter. Her mom, Emma, was accidentally shot by Olivia Huntley years ago. Henry kills his own father, William, in a moment of rage. Sophie turns herself in only to learn she has multiple identities. James goes on the run, and his future with Sophie is left hanging, and a whole lot of secrets are still waiting to come out. If that's not the perfect setup for a season 3, I don't know what is. Apple TV Plus hasn't confirmed anything yet, but if the response is strong, we might just see the next chapter in Sophie's twisted journey into the past. Let me know your thoughts. Did you see that identity twist coming? What do you think Sophie's other identities are? And do you think James will come back? Drop your theories in the comments, and let's unpack this chaos together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any updates on Surface Season 3 or any of the other shows we're diving into. Catch you in the next one.
You go by the name Tess Caldwell, is that right?